What's up, moto heads? In this video, we're gonna find out why this YFZ is making a ton of extra bottom end noise. Is check your oil filter about on the threshold as you want. So this YFZ is a 2007, still the carbureted model. And well, a customer brought it into me just for kind of a once over an oil change. And as soon as I fired it up, I could tell there wasn't something quite right with it. So I wanted to make this little video series on just finding out exactly what that tick is, and then doing the rebuild and just kind of taking you guys through the process of from a sound to physically what's going on. So here's what it sounds like when it's firing up. Tip is to cover the exhaust, and you can hear the engine noise a lot more. See how that just creates a whole lot more noise? You just cover that up and you can hear it. So this is my bike over here. I've had this thing for about 10 years. And I know that it's solid and that it's making all the proper sounds. So let's fire that up and see if you can tell the difference. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera. That's a lot quieter. We'll just do it before and after for you. So the next steps here is just to, we're gonna pull the tank, pull the plastics. I want to run a diagnosis leak down check on it to make sure, or to see if the top end also needs to be replaced, but it sounds like it's a lot of bottom end noise. We're gonna find out for sure though, and we'll just take you along for the ride. We're gonna find out what's going on with this thing, and by the time it leaves the shop though, it's gonna be solid engine. All right, so before you go and just start tearing stuff apart, one thing you can do is check your oil filter. And I'm not sure if you can pick that up on camera, but just by pulling your oil filter, you can check out all of these little silver particles that's left over in the oil there. Silver and gold there, but this will tell you if that noise you're hearing really is serious or not. If you pull your oil filter and it doesn't have hardly any flakes and your oil looks pretty good, you're probably fine. It's probably nothing to worry about, because it could just be, valve train noise. Like my engine wasn't silent, but it's not knocking like that is, right? So check that first before you start tearing into stuff. Save yourself in the long run, but for right now, we are going to continue because that's not looking too good. All right, so we've got our leak down tester attached here, and we're showing a 10% loss, which is right about on the threshold as you'll want. And the air is just coming past the rings. I can just hear it hissing down past the rings. So I'm gonna ask the customer about what he wants to do with the top end. At this point though, we can tell the piston cylinder, they're all right. I don't think that's causing the slap, or that's causing the knock. We're gonna pull the engine and get it on the bench and then do some more diagnosis on it. All right, so we've got our engine up here on our stand. Pulled it out of our frame. So now we're gonna check out what our valve clearances are, record that, get down in the bottom end, check our piston and our crank, see what kind of slop we're feeling with. I'm not feeling anything with the main crank bearings, but I have a feeling that we're gonna feel some slop in our connecting rod. That all looks still good. Alrighty. Yeah, cylinder still looks really good. Nothing wrong with that. So we're not having any sort of piston slap. Piston still feels good. We already kind of knew that though with our leak down test that the piston was still good. But let's see if we can check our connecting rod. All right, so I brought you guys in here close, and I've got my good mic here. See if you guys can pick this up when I wiggle this rod. There shouldn't be any play or any slack. Nothing should be making noise. And that right there is all it takes for all that noise to be coming from your bottom end. When that connecting rod starts to go, it really makes a racket when you've got all those forces of compression and combustion and all the power that you're trying to make. It really, that little bit of tick starts getting louder and louder and louder. It really is a good thing to do it now. It would just end up getting worse and worse. So I'm gonna catch back up with you guys after we replace all the parts in this, and that way I can show you what it sounds like as like a before and after. But right now we're just kind of waiting on parts, and we're gonna tear this down the rest of the way, get everything cleaned up so we can assemble it back together. All right, so we're back. We've got the engine all rebuilt, back together, back into the frame. Now before we fire it up, I just wanted to take a second and say thank you so much to everybody who subscribed to me for the last month, for the last few months. Our channel has finally grown over 1,000 subscribers, which is a huge milestone. It means that now I can become part of the YouTube partner program, which means we can finally be monetized. And a big thank you to my wife. She put in a ton of hours watching our son so I could be out here working, filming, editing. I really just wanted to give her a huge, huge thank you. And also, some of you have been asking, and now that I have the opportunity to, we actually have channel memberships available, a couple different tiers. So if you look down in the description below, there's a link that'll take you to the website where you can become a member. We have two different kind of programs. Level 1 is you're a moto head. It's just $1 a month. It just helps to fund any of our future projects, buying parts for these kinds of machines, so that way we can better off our CRF over there, or we can buy some different machines and get some different parts, and I can show you guys what's going on. Also, honestly, just helps to run the lights in this place and support our family. Number 2 is being a part of the Moto family. So that's level 2, that's $5 a month. You don't have to do any of this. I would love if you just came, watched the video, and left and got what you need from it. But if you feel so led, some of you asked, I just wanted to put this out there. So in the description, click on it. It'll take you through the whole process. And now, without any further ado, let's fire up this YFZ. So as you could tell there was still a little bit of noise, but that's because it's an engine, you know, it's running. It's a YFZ, they do make noise, but there was definitely a distinct tick that was happening before that we definitely got to erase and eliminate before things got really out of hand and really bad. So if you like this kind of content and you want me to just show you guys what's coming in the shop, what things sound like, things that you can look for, let me know. I'll continue making this kind of stuff. Until next time, ride safe and live moto.